Now we've established snooker's origins, we can start to trace its technical development in a bit more detail. That means balls, tables and cues. Let's start with that long, thin, pointy thing.
Joe Davis warped his original cue, then his most famous one disappeared on more than one occasion. Stephen Hendry had his famous cue stolen, recovered and then broken by baggage handlers. Ronnie O'Sullivan got so fed up with one of his that he memorably gave it away to a young boy in the Crucible audience. It seems that multiple world champions grow rather attached to their cues.
I used to sleep with mine. Apparently I've got some nasty splinters to prove it. But the humble cue wasn't always so. In fact, it was years before we played with the right end, and it took a French cavalry officer to take a crucial decision. But in the beginning, Roger, there was the mace.
Yes, the mace.
Come on.
No, not quite like that, Steve.
No?
No, you stand up a bit more when...
No bridge, no bridge.
No bridge.
No bridge.
Over your right shoulder.
Okie dokie. Okay, and then whack it.
Well, they tend to trail, but it's the original push shot.
Look at this snooker player's shoulder here.
Let's keep your head still.
So a shove. More of a shove.
Yeah, more of a shot.
Like that?
That's right, not bad. Yeah.
So every shot was a foul stroke?
In a sense, yes. I suppose it was, yeah.
OK, but you couldn't shove it if it was close to the cushion, could you?
Not really, no. Well, when it was close to the cushion, they then used the other end of the cue.
Ah, so this is when possibly they used a bit of a bridge and...
Yeah, possibly. Not as good as that bridge, but
No,
yeah.
So at some stage they worked out that this was quite a way of playing the game.
Yes, but it was Captain Mingle, while he was imprisoned in 1807, decided or invented the idea of having a lever tip, having a lever placed on the tip of the cue, so from then he could then play masse shots and screw shots.
So get rid of the mace.
So get rid of the head.
Put the tip on. And you could play shots with the sharp end.
With the sharp end, that's right.
Was chalk invented at the same time?
No, chalk was about 1820s. I mean, up to then they used to stick the cues into the ceiling to get a little bit of.
That's been done for many years in snooker clubs. So they were for 15, 20 years, and they were miscuing all over the place.
They probably were. It was William Carr at Barclays Billiard-Room in 1820s. He produced this twisting chalk, just little blocks of chalk, and they found that was much better.
And to this day, we still play with a piece of wood with a leather tip on the end, and nobody's really invented anything that superseded that.
No.
They've tried other materials, haven't they?
They have tried other materials.
Aluminium?
Aluminium, yes, that was a hollow cue, but it used to find, particularly during warm weather, it used to get very sticky in the fingers.
And we've never embraced carbon at all in any way, shape or form.
No. Maple and ash, can't see any improvement on that at all.
OK, and we only really use the ebony for a bit of weight as well?
Yes, good. It gives the weight to the cue at the butt end. Yes.
So from day one, was it ash and maple?
More or less, yes. As far as records show, they seem to be the two was used. I mean, they did use other exotic woods.
And what's this?
That is the famous fountain pen cue, which is a very important part of snooker history. Alec Brown was playing Tom Newman at Thurston's in 1936. He potted the red in the top corner, and the white came into the pyramid of the reds and got buried. And the only ball he could see was the black. Yeah. And then with great difficulty, he had, didn't have the implements to even hit that ball. So he suddenly produced this fountain pen cue, and he tapped the white onto the black. Well, the referee, Charlie Chambers, said, foul shot. He said, why is that a foul shot? He said, you're not using a cue. He said, I am using a cue. It's got a tip on the end.
Just a short cue?
Just a short cue, that's right. Anyway, great controversy. The referee said, well, it's not in the spirit of the game. So 8 days later, the Billiards Association agreed with the referee, and that is why today a cue has to be a minimum of 3 feet in length, all because Alec Brown and his famous fountain pen cue. Oh, well done.
Thank you. I wonder if I'd have used that against Dennis in the '85 final, whether I could have potted that black.
I don't think Dennis would have been too happy about that.
No.